Hey guys, so in this tutorial, I want to talk about how Python is dynamically typed and how it's super easy to work in Python compared to some of the other languages, for example, Java. So let's get started here. So I am in my desktop, and if I do ls, I have only one project here, my Django project. So what I'm gonna do is that I am gonna create a Python file, um, and then let's say I'm gonna say my variable is hello world. So creating a variable in Python is as simple as that. We don't have to, create any. We don't have to assign variable to certain type or anything like that. So it is literally as simple as that. Now, if I want to see what is the data type of my variable is, I could just do print and then type and then my variable. And if I were to return output, it's of class string. And if I were to do another variable, and if I call it as 123, and if I were to print the type of this one, and then we would see that it's of class int. So as you can see that we don't have to really assign a variable to certain type. Python sort of does it by itself in the background. But compared to this, if we were to, for example, write a Java program, so let's say code and then test.java here, and I would say public class test and then public static void main. Okay, so now if I were to so here what I'm doing is that I am I'm creating a string variable. As you can see, we have to give this data type here before we call on before we in order to create a variable, we have to give this data type, and then we would use the data type here. And then once we print that, we see that it's a string. But let's say if I were to do something like this, int here, this is gonna give us an error because we are saying that this variable is an int variable. However, we are assigning that variable name to a string. So this is gonna give us an error. Um, and so it does seem like redundant where it's pretty simple in Python, but if we look at Java here, we would have to make sure that that if we were to create a variable, we need to make sure that the value that variable is assigned to would have the same type as the string or as the integer on the left here. So which can get complicated or for someone who is learning Python or Java in the beginning. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have for this tutorial. I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Okay.